Okay, we'll grab our headrest posts. Grab these. Just going to slide through. I got the little button part facing me. Slide that straight down into the hole. And then to tighten it, we're going to turn it clockwise. We turn the counter to take it out. So this way, clockwise, that turns. That's facing out. Next one. Let's see which way it needs to face. Okay, the button's facing forward. Let's get this little guy in. Okay. Button facing forward and get it down in. It's catching on the vinyl a little bit. Stretch it around it. There. Turn that clockwise. That snaps into place there. Okay. Now let's cut the hole for our armrest. So we're going to feel on the side. We get our armrest post. I'll show you what we're going for here. So here's our armrest. Here's the post. So there's going to be a big hole inside the frame. So we're going to take our scissors. We're going to feel for that hole. Okay, I can feel it on the side here. Just mash your finger, and then you'll feel the big circle hole there. I'll take a set of scissors, find that hole, and I'm going to poke a hole with them closed. Just poke straight in, okay? Then we're going to trim our hole out a little bit for this guy to go in. You want to cut a small hole at first, and then really get that way you can get some eyes in it. Make sure you're centered up. You get a little room for forgiveness because you got the extra space around the side of your armrest. It'll cover up the hole. But you want to make sure that you're in the right spot. I can feel it good in there. So we'll keep trimming it. I found if you use a razor blade, sometimes it can run on you real quick. You poke in or pull a little tension to start slicing, and then it may just slice right through it real quick. So I use some scissors to get a little more control that way. Let's see if that's big enough. Should be. Let me cut a little more. Okay, that's looking good. Now there's that clip that's on the inside of the frame. Like Hunter said, when he's taking it apart, go ahead and put that clip back in place. So once it's with it already in there, this thing, when it pushes back in, it'll self-lock into place. But I'm not going to push this on just yet, but we know that this is going to, we'll push in with it straight up. But we're going to go put the cover on this real quick. So we'll grab our cover. We'll grab a plastic bag. And a clear bag, a little plastic bag that comes with it. We'll usually stuff it inside the hole of the new cover. So make sure you pull that out because you're going to need that. So here's the armrest frame assembly. So it's just down to the foam. We got some plastic, those plastic bags we give you. Pull that over it. And this is going to go on, let's see here. So this driver's side post goes here. So this is how this is going to go. The zipper's at the very bottom back, so you can see this factory one here. Zipper's at the bottom here, bottom corner. Zipper's at the bottom corner here. So we're going to start at the top. Slide this through, slide this on. You want to watch your seam lines here to make sure they're at the edges of the frame when you're pulling it on. This bag, the plastic bag, just reduces the friction when you're pulling it on, so it makes it a whole lot easier to slide on to the frame, having the bag on there. So pull this down. Okay. We're going to pull this stuff up around it. This corner over. Okay. Some of this extra plastic you can snip off or just tear it out. Now that we got it on, get some of that out of the way. Okay, so now you can see that the zippers are still a bit apart, still far apart there. We don't want to just grab the zipper and just yank like hell. You don't want to do that. You could rip it. So we want to keep working the material down, stretching in it, getting it all, and then start pinching it together so that those seams or the zipper chains are close together to one another. So we're not putting too much tension on it when we try to zip it. So now that we got it close together, we'll grab it, pull it a little bit, zip a little more. Okay, so we are going to put an extra long tail on this thing because the factory one's real short at the end, but we want to have some excess because we can cut that off at the end. So this is something odd I've never seen before. They actually put a regular staple, just like some you'd staple papers together with. They put a staple across the zipper chain on both sides for a stopper, basically. So once they zip it, the zipper head comes completely off. They staple it, trim it short. So you can either staple it, regular, office stapler, that's all you need. That, or you can put a little shot of super glue in the zipper chain right there where the zippers come together, so that it won't come undone. But so you can zip this all the way out. Go ahead and either take a stapler, put a staple there, or put a little shot of super glue in there, and then come back with your scissors and just trim that off. Just make a snip, cut that off. You don't want it too long. You want it to be about like the factory, just enough to tuck in right there. This will probably flip. If I'm doing this, I'd flip this inside it there. Tuck it around so that extra zipper chain's up underneath there. But you don't want to tuck all this crap in there. That's too much. So cut it, trim it short, put a staple or glue it, and then tuck the little tail back in. So we're gonna go ahead and I need to staple that. I'll staple that a little later on. But I'll go ahead and push this one back in, just so you can see how it goes. So this guy goes straight up. Push it in. It'll lock into place. Now you got your armrest. Oh, it's nice to get it levels. So you go all the way down or up. That's pretty neat. Cool. So we got armrest on. That's how to put the cover on. Next is the headrest. So I doubt anyone with a transit van is changing their headrest. I don't know what you could have done to your headrest to require it to be changed, but stranger things have happened. So here we go. Armrest or headrest bag, just a plastic bag. This will be inside the cover when we ship it to you. Take that, put it in the headrest. So there's two ways you can do it. You can use a shop vac if you want. Take the hose of the shop vac, hook it onto this chrome tube, just put it right over that. Kind of crinkle the bag up around the base. Have someone turn the shop vac on. It'll start to suck the bag tight. You can then squeeze in on the foam while the vacuum's running, and it'll hold the shape when you mash it in. It's not gonna have enough suction to actually draw it in real tight with the vacuum itself, but if you push it in and then let go, it'll hold the form with it sucked in like that. So, but this one's not a really intricate headrest. We can do it without it. I'm gonna slide this guy on. Basically using the table, kind of like my vacuum, to push down and crush the foam. So smash it down, flip it over, smash it, pull it down. Okay, we'll cut our excess plastic off. Make sure not to cut your cover. Okay. Yeah, there's two of the little pieces of vinyl that are some little wings in here when you pull out. Come on now. There we go. There's one. Maybe another one on the other side. Fish that out. Okay, there we go. Those there. Let's clip out. Okay, so Get one clip, and this piece goes there. This one's going to do a double roll, kind of like the front of the clip by the seat bottom. This is going to roll over and go into that channel, and then so you see it's when it's closed tight, you don't see any plastic, but you get to squeeze that into the clips together. You'll hear them snap. There we go, pop. So now they're in. So now it's all completely closed on the bottom. Headrest goes right in here. Let me look at something in here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Push that. And you can keep pushing them down, different buttons. There we go. Come on down. Here, okay. Armrest all the way down. Headrest down. Armrest on. Man, it looks like we got it all buttoned up. So, Ford Transit, 2015 through 19. It may go up to the newer models after 19. We hadn't gone that far yet. It's only 2020. We hadn't looked at the 20s to see if they are. They don't change these style seats that often, so it's a pretty good year range. But this is how it goes on. Just a couple differences if it's the airbag top or not. You know, a couple extra hog rings, but pretty straightforward. Not a difficult install. Something you can do pretty easy. There was one other thing I thought of. The base that at the very beginning, they had the big metal base on it that the 4 bolts, I think they're torque 45, T45s, those 4 bolts. I'm not going to bolt that back onto it, but at the very end, just run these 4 bolts back onto the big seat base, so that bolts back in the truck. But that's about it, guys. That wraps it up for that. If you got any questions on any trucks, SUVs, interior work, 214-710-2565. If you think of it, man, like us on Facebook and Instagram, follow us there. We put all kinds of content, not just install videos. We do all kinds of things, but check those channels out, man. We put all kinds of good content on there. Thanks for watching, guys.